Welcome to Across the Globe. Today we will learn about using Django Forms for validation. Django Forms play a crucial role in handling user input data in Django applications. They serve as a mechanism for managing forms and screening data for validation before further processing. Through the creation of custom form classes, developers can establish specific validation criteria for individual fields. For instance, when building a user registration form, developers can use Django Forms to ensure that required fields like email address and password meet certain criteria, such as minimum length or format specifications. This capability helps enhance user experience and data integrity within web applications. In Django, validation in forms is achieved through form fields and validators. Developers define requirements such as mandatory fields, character length constraints, or valid email formats. Form fields are instrumental in guaranteeing that user input adheres to stipulated standards, preventing erroneous data from being stored or utilized. For instance, a registration form can enforce mandatory email and password fields, ensuring essential information is provided and meets the required formats before submission. The provided code showcases a simple Django contact form setup with a view to handle form submissions. The contact form class in forms.py defines fields for name, email, and a message. The form is then rendered in the contact view function in views.py using Django's form processing functionality. Upon form submission, the view checks if the form is valid using form.isValid, and if so, processes the data. In a real-world scenario, this setup could be used to create a contact form on a website where users can input their name, email, and a message to get in touch with the site owner or support team. The form validation ensures that the required fields are not empty and that the email follows a valid format, providing a user-friendly experience and maintaining data integrity. Django Forms streamline the management of user input and data validation by creating custom form classes with specified validation criteria. This process safeguards data accuracy within applications. Implementing Django Forms minimizes errors, enhancing the application's usability. For instance, imagine a registration form for a website where users input details such as email addresses and passwords. By using Django Forms to validate this information, developers can confirm that users provide valid and correctly formatted data, ensuring the system's integrity and functionality. Using Django Forms for validation is like having a bouncer at a nightclub checking IDs before allowing people to enter. The bouncer ensures that only those who meet the age requirement are allowed in, just like Django Forms ensure that only valid data is entered into the database. If someone tries to enter with a fake ID, the bouncer catches it and denies entry, similar to how Django Forms catch invalid data and prevent it from being stored. Hey, Code Conquerors! Ready to level up? With TechLearn ATG, showcase your skills with official course certificates. Just visit our site and start. Need that extra boost? Get tailored learning, 24/7 support, and expert guidance. Coding smarter, growing faster, and making learning fun. Go to our website across the globe, www.atg.world. The code snippet showcases the use of Django Forms for validation in a web application. Beginning with the model definition in models.py, a person model is created with name and age fields. Moving on to forms.py, a person form class is defined, which is a model form associated with the person model. The clean age method is implemented to enforce a validation constraint that the entered age must be 18 or older. Within the views.py file, the validate person function processes form submissions. When a post request is received, the form data is validated using isValid. If the data is valid, it is saved to the database. Otherwise, the form is rendered again with error messages. The accompanying HTML template, validateperson.html, renders the form for user input. Upon submission, the data is sent to the view for validation and processing. In a real-world scenario, this validation logic could be useful for a user registration form where age verification is required. For instance, an online platform selling age-restricted products like alcohol or gambling services would utilize such validation to ensure compliance with legal regulations. One real-world application of using Django Forms for validation can be seen in an e-commerce platform that allows users to sign up for an account. In this scenario, when a user fills out the registration form, Django Forms can be utilized to ensure that the provided information meets the required criteria, such as valid email address, strong password, and correct age verification. Another example could be in a healthcare management system where patients need to provide their personal information, medical history, and insurance details. Using Django Forms with custom validation rules can help in ensuring that the data entered by patients is accurate, complete, and meets the necessary standards for a seamless and error-free medical record management. By incorporating Django Forms for validation in these industrial contexts, organizations can enhance data quality, streamline workflows, and improve user experience by preventing invalid or incomplete data from being stored in the system. It also contributes to maintaining data integrity and security, ultimately leading to more efficient and reliable operations. Across the globe, businesses and industries are leveraging Django Forms for validation to facilitate smoother processes and deliver better services to their customers, clients, and users. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video.